The largest plane in the world, Ukraine's Antonov 225 cargo plane, was destroyed by Russian strikes outside Kiev on the fourth day of Moscow's invasion, Ukraine state-owned Ukroboronprom Group said on Sunday. Russian invaders destroyed the flagship of the Ukrainian aviation, the AN-225, at Antonov Airport in Gostomel near Kiev. The group said in a statement the aircraft was unique to the world. At 84 meters long, 276 feet, it could transport up to 250 tons, 551,000 pounds of cargo at a speed of up to 850 kilometers per hour. It had been named Mriya, which means dream in Ukrainian. This was the world's largest aircraft, AN-225 Mriya, Ukraine Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba tweeted on Sunday. Russia may have destroyed our Mriya, but they will never be able to destroy our dream of a strong, free and democratic European state. We shall prevail, he added. Gostomel Airport has seen violent clashes since the start of Russia's invasion, launched by President Vladimir Putin on Thursday. The Russian army has said it is trying to seize strategic infrastructure. Weapons manufacturer Ukroboronprom estimated that resulting the Mriya would cost over $3 billion, which is about 2.7 billion euros, and could take over 5 years. Our mission is to ensure that these expenses are covered by Russia, which deliberately inflicted damage on Ukraine's aviation, the group said. Initially built as part of the Soviet aeronautical program, the AN-225 made its first flight in 1988 after 25 years of not flying after the fall of the Soviet Union. The only existing copy made a test flight in 2001 in Gostomel, about 20 kilometers from Kiev. It has been operated by Ukraine's Antonov Airlines for cargo flights and was in high demand during the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. And that is what Russia has destroyed. Come to think of it, in all of these things that have been happening, some people are like, why are we just concentrating on what is happening, outside our region, outside our continent? It is a very good thing to always look at these things, and whether we can learn. But unfortunately, we have seen some of these things happening before now. But the question is that have they learned? They have learned nothing. They don't learn anything from there, from all these things that's happening. And what just came to mind in all of this? What just came to mind is that when you check their area, the surface area, the area that this country that is called Ukraine occupies, the land area is not up to Nigeria. It's not up to Nigeria. And also you check their population, they are just 44 million people, 40 to 44 million people. When did they get their independence? About 30 years ago. And you could see that they have done tremendously well. If you check that country with Nigeria, when you talk about natural resources, I don't think, if I'm wrong, please correct us in the comment section if you have a different opinion. That is just my opinion. If you check the natural resources, all the things that we are embedded with, that we are blessed with, I don't think these guys have all these things. And look at Nigeria, over 200 million people. And look at Nigeria, since when did we get our independence? Since over 60 years ago we got our independence. And we have been seeing all manner of things happening. We have the population, we have the talent, we have Nigerians that can do and undo. But unfortunately, we have the system itself. It's like when people tell you that the kind of leaders that people get is, the kind of people, the leader that people get is the kind of people they themselves are, because the leaders also came, or they come from within the people. So the system is already a bastardized one. And that is why every election year, people always try to say, oh, who can go or who cannot go. But it's like the system has been orchestrated to the level that which the bad ones are always going there. Even the ones that have the good intention, once they get there, it's like there's already made system that is bad. So it's either you join them or you back out. At the end of the day, with all these things happening, you begin to see some other African countries that are experiencing coup here and there. Here you go and ask, what is the reason for this coup? These are the things we are talking about, injustice here and there. So, and some people will come and tell you that we want to go our separate ways because with the way things are going, they are not ready to change. You can imagine old Buhari, that a lot of people trusted that he will do the right thing, but not knowing that he came with his own nepotism, destroyed everything. And that is why the Northerners are even getting worried, because they know that what Buhari has done, he has even made matter worse for them. And that is why they want to get the presidency by all means. All the things they planned, they can't even get it. Somebody who came to say, oh, I'm going to bring a bad change, but see what he has caused. That's why some people say, oh, we want to go a separate way. Some people will say, oh, people should not talk about a division of this country because Buhari is only going to spend 8 years. If he spends 8 years, another government will come. But those people have seen that even if another government comes, the foundation of the country is nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. Well, so that's why we always talk about, when we talk about what is happening in Russia, with Russia and Ukraine, people always talk about, oh, why are we talking about that? And I'm beginning to see some of the things that we can even learn from this whole thing. We have the population, we have the natural resources, we have the land area, and yet what are we doing with it? Nothing. When people tell you we want to go a separate way, they want to go their separate way. They will tell you, we are so diverse, we are this and this and that. All of those things which are good. We have the population, we have this, but it's not working. You can have something and you don't know how to manage it. The thing will be useless in your hands. And that is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. When I just heard about what is being destroyed by the Ukraine and by the Russians, you begin to wonder, how did these people get all this? Do they have different heads? No. And if you go and check all their politicians, our politicians are richer than them. What they take home is what our politicians take home is more than what these guys take home. What we are supposed to be managing, you see a lot of wastages here and there. They can build all those things, they can manage all those things. Not that we don't have people that can do that. When people come up with some kind of idea that we can do this, you will see the useless, and I don't even know the language, the adjective to use in qualifying them. You have a lot of adjectives that you can use in qualifying them. They will not do that. But it is their own, my own. And they will come and say, oh, you see what is happening in Ukraine, huh? Those who are clamoring for a war, this and this and that. If you don't do the needful, it will come. No matter how you are going to pray. If you cover the truth will not set you free. But if you open up and say the truth will set you free. We can't have this kind of the people. And now, the people are now using their energy to do wrong things. With the population they're using to do wrong things, all of those things. That's why we see Yahudi, we see Yahoo that, we see ritualists, we see all manner of people doing what they are not supposed to do. And the government will still come and be crying woeful. Hey, these people, this and this. And they are the cause of all these problems. What are we doing with the population that we have? What are we doing with the talents that we have? But see, smaller countries, it's a different thing altogether. With the destruction that took place, you can talk about that, but that is just the area I really want to bring out from this whole thing. The population is as useless as what I don't understand. We have the population, but see what these guys have built, and see the president standing gidigba that I will fight this whole thing, even when he's been advised to be evacuated. He said, no, I'm going to stay there. But all these ones, any little thing, they are not even patriotic. And I've said it, those who are calling for breakup of Nigeria, they are the real patriots. They are the real patriots. The ones that are saying one Nigeria is a lie. They are the ones causing wahala in this country. They are the ones dividing this country. Nigeria that we are talking about. So I wouldn't want to even bore you with all this talk here and there about who is right or who is not right. But if you can see what is happening in that area, well, we just big for nothing. Nothing is happening. Economy, where can we even talk about that we are even good? Economy, a security infrastructure. What 60 years we never get electricity, and we are doing what? They are still rigmaroling, moving around the same circle. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.